All right. Good morning. We have about 1 minute before I really start getting started here. So any other participants that are wanting to join us, I'll be able to still grab them. But welcome to your Zoom's Strength and Balance with me, Angie, your Stonebridge Senior Fitness Instructor. A couple little reminders before we get started is that you have a piece of support furniture. So either a chair, a wall, a couch, a countertop, wherever you're doing it at home today, making sure you have that support furniture for balance, as well as having water nearby. And let that person in. Excuse me. So yes, just a few reminders this morning, having water nearby, have a piece of support furniture, as well as making sure that you do this workout for you. It's nobody else's but yours. So make it work for you. If that's using equipment, or if that's not using equipment today, being standing or seated, it is completely up to you. It is your workout. So today I am actually going to be using my resistance band, but that is up to you. You don't have to, or if you wanted to use weights, you could use weights this morning as well. So we are going to get ourselves warmed up here. And once again, just have a good time. All right. So we're going to start with a nice march on the spot. Big breath in and out. Big breath in and out. Big breath in and out. Excellent. I'm going to take my feet for a little pedal. So I'm going to push on the ball of my foot. I'm going to turn sideways just a little bit here. So pushing on the ball of the foot. I'm going to do a little elbow bend. So pressing that arm up for a bicep, back to a tricep. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. This is going to turn into tapping our toes on the spot. I'm going to let somebody else in here this morning. Perfect. Excellent. So yes, give me 3, 2, and 1. So I'm going to take my toes and I'm going to do a little tap, tap, tap with my toes and roll my wrists. Tap, tap, tap. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Little tap, tap, tap with those toes. And roll the wrists the other way. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Little shimmy, little shake. Your comfort with this next one, I'm going to do hips and shoulders together. If it's too complicated maybe this morning, the body says, nope, it's one or the other, that's okay. I'm going to do my figure 8 with my hips. And then as the hips are turning, I'm going to add that shoulder roll in there. Now, if you want to just start off with the hips this morning and then go to the shoulders, that's okay too. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Rolling the shoulders to the back. And 3 this way, 2, and 1. Now I'm going to reverse and bring those hips the other way and shoulders to the front. Rolling those shoulders. We're going to turn these arms into arm circles in 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. So I'm going to bring my feet in with a little march on the spot. Arms are going to come out to the side. Going to your range of motion, keeping those shoulders down and relaxed. I'm just doing a couple arm circles to the front. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And it's your range of motion. If you want to go bigger, you can go as big as you would like. 3, 2, and 1, and reverse. So you can start big if you want, or continue into smaller and smaller and smaller. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Give those arms a nice little shake. I'm going to take my toes for a tap to the front now. So a full tap, the toe to the front. Arms are single bicep curls if you wanted, or double bicep curls. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. These are going to turn into heel digs to the front with arms that I'm calling chicken wings in 3, 2, and 1. So a heel dig to the front, bring those toes up towards the ceiling. Arms are going to come out to the side and down. That chicken wing arm. Excellent. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. These are going to turn into a few gentle kicks to the front. I'm going to turn sideways just a little bit for this one. In 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. So I'm going to bring that knee up and kick it out and doing opposite arm, opposite leg. Now it's your comfort for your range of motion. Your kicks don't have to go too high. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Little shimmy, little shake. One last little bit for those warm up this morning. The back of the legs, the hamstrings. So taking that leg, bringing it to the back. Pressing those arms to the back. Warming up the back of the body. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Little shimmy, little shake. Nice big breath here. And up. Nice big breath. And out. Excellent. Grab yourselves a sip of water. And if you would like to use your resistance band, then go ahead and make sure that's nearby too. That's what we're going to use with our lower body next. All right. So this one here is your comfort. You can use your resistance band if you would like, or without. So the movement without is going to be our monster walks. So my feet are about hip width apart, soft bend in the knees, shoulders back down and relaxed. You can have the hands on the hips if you'd like. Then we're going to take a couple steps to the left, a couple steps to the right. So you're going to step 1, 2, then 1, 2. Okay, so it's kind of going into that little squat, working those upper quads. Now, if you want to use your resistance band, step on the band with both your feet. Still about hip width apart. Bringing that band up towards those hips. Soft bend in those knees, shoulders back down and relax. All right, we're going to go back and forth a few times. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Last set back and forth. 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent. Readjust if you need to. We've got one more set of those. So shoulders back down and relaxed. Nice soft bend in those knees. Nice and tall through that spine. Taking that little breather. And we're going again. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Last set. 1, 2, and 1, and 2. Excellent. A little shimmy, little shake. Readjust your band if you need to. Grab a little sip of water if you'd like as well. We're going to get into another movement called our deadlift. So I'm going to turn sideways for this one. Still using my resistance band. You don't want to, you don't have to. So the movement without the resistance band, feet are going to be about hip width apart, soft bend in those knees, shoulders back down and relaxed. You're going to hip hinge forward. So from those hips, I'm going to have my hands out front, almost like I've got a weight that I'm holding on to. You can use a weight if you'd like to. And then you're going to hip hinge forward, pushing those hips to the back, coming where you're that 90-degree angle with that flat back, keeping the head above the heart rate, and then coming up, and you're going to squeeze those glutes when you come back up. So slowly coming down with that soft bend in the knee, and then coming up. Now, if you're going to use the lovely resistance band, stepping on it with both feet, hip width apart, I'm going to cross the band in front. So I'm going to make an X in the front with my band. Soft bend in the knees, shoulders back down and relaxed. And then I'm going to slowly hip hinge forward. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, here we go. For 8. Pull and squeeze when you come up. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Excellent. Readjust if you need to. I've got one more set of those. So feet are still hip width apart, soft bend in the knees, shoulders back down and relaxed. Breathing it in through the nose, out through the mouth. Here comes round 2. Ready? Nice and slow. For 8. Here's 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Excellent. I'm going to gently step off my band. Give it a little shimmy, little shake, and grab a nice little sip of water before we do one more thing for the lower body. All right. So one more thing for the lower body, working those hip flexors and those glutes and the hamstrings. All right. Without the band, the motion is going to be side, side, back, back. Okay. So side, side, back, back. So I've got just a little bit of a bend So I've got almost like a little squat going on, and I'm going side, side, back, back. Now, with the band, I'm gonna take it around the legs, just above the knees, and giving it a little cross in the front to hold on to. Okay, sorry, blue band, blue shirt. And then feet are about hip width apart. I'm gonna shift the weight to one side and tap side, side, then back, then back. All right, so holding that band nice and tight around those legs, not too tight, but nice and tight. Are you ready? Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Little shimmy, little shake. I gotta step up a little. Kicking my wall. So yes, making sure your surroundings are nice and large for you to be able to do this. Shoulders back down and relaxed. One more round of these ones. Here we go. This time I'm going to start with my other side, my other leg first. So side, side, back, back. 7. Here comes 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Excellent. Gently take that band off those legs. Give them a nice little shimmy, little shake. And then this time I am going to grab my piece of support furniture and grab a seat for working some core. So this first one with the core, I am not going to use my band. I'm going to sit close to the edge of my chair, shoulders back, down, and relaxed. Feet are about hip width apart. This one here, I am going to tap the inside of my foot. Okay, so I'm tapping one side, then the other. Still nice and tall. Breathing it in through the nose, out through the mouth. Here we go. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So far, so good. We'll have that once more. Take that little breath in between. Readjust, so shoulders back down and relax, nice and tall, and go for that. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Take that little breather. Excellent. So this next core that we're going to do, I'm going to turn sideways just a little bit. We are not using the band with this one either, but we are going to do 2 moves in one, okay? Your comfort, you don't have to do 2 moves in one. You can do just one or the other. So I am going to have my one leg out in front and one knee bent. So the one that's bent, I'm going to do an elbow to knee, The one that's out, I'm gonna do a reach. So elbow, knee, and then a reach, okay? Then we're gonna switch sides. So your comfort, if you wanna do just elbows, go ahead and do just elbows. If you wanna do just reach, you can do just reach. All right, listening to the body. Shoulders back down and relaxed, little pelvic tilt, and going elbow for 8, then reach. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Bring that leg back in. Taking that little breath in between. And then I'm going to switch my legs. So taking the other leg out to the front. And my other leg is at the bent knee. Whenever you're ready, shoulders back down and relax, little pelvic tilt. And we're going elbow for 8, reach, 7, reach, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Give those legs a nice little shake. All right. Grab yourself a nice little sip of water. If it's not close by, push the weight into those heels and go ahead and grab it. All right. So I'm going to turn my chair back around. Our first arm movement that we're going to do with our band is called the pull apart. So I'm going to grab my band out front with those arms further apart. The closer they are, the harder it will be. The further apart, the easier it will be, or less challenging. So shoulders are back, down, and relaxed. You are going to pull that band as far as you're comfortable. Pulling that band as far as comfortable, okay? So that your arms and those shoulder blades are just gonna do a little squeeze to the back. So keeping those arms nice and big. I'm not bending at the elbows to come back for the pull back. They're staying nice and big with just a soft bend in my elbow. Now you don't have to use the band if you don't want to. You can use your weights if you'd like to. Shoulders back, down, and relaxed. And pull it for that 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Little shoulder roll, little shimmy, little shake. Reposition, take that little breather. Shoulder back down and relax, nice and tall through that spine. Sitting on those sit bones. And round 2 for these pull aparts. Ready and pull for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Take those shoulders for a nice little roll. All right, so the next one for our arms is going to be a 2-in-1, okay? So the motion is going to be a shoulder to a pull back, like a row, okay? So it's going to come out to the side with a soft bend in that elbow, shoulder, and then pull back for a row. And you can use your weight with this, you can stand with this, or be seated. I'm going to stand for it, but what you're going to do if you're using your band is you are going to put it on the opposite foot, okay? You're going to put that band underneath your opposite foot. Then it's going to come out to the side, then pull back. Okay, I'm going to stand for this one. I'm going to push the weight into my heels, press myself up to stand, place that furniture out of the way. Stepping on that band with one foot, I'm going to take that other foot just slightly behind. And if your band is a little bit too long, then you can always grab a little bit more of it into the hand. All right, soft bend in the knees if you are standing. And then you're going to take it out to the side for 8. Then pull it back. 7. Pull it back. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Excellent. Give that shoulder a nice little roll. Gently step off the band. Take it to the other side to step on. Switching hands. Nice and tall, soft bend in the knees. Take a little breath and here we go again. Ready? Side, then pull back. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Gently step off that band and put it away. We don't need it anymore. Give yourselves a nice little shimmy, little shake, little shoulder roll. And grab a nice little sip of water before we work on a little balance. Oh, right. So having your piece of support furniture nearby, I've got a wall, I've got my chair, or your countertop, top of the couch, whatever is going to work best with you, wherever you are in your home. So the first one is going to be an extra slow march, okay? So you can have that chair nearby, extra support if you'd like. Shoulders are back down and relaxed, and you're going to do a nice extra slow march on the spot where you're shifting the weight side to side. Side to side. Bringing that knee up as far as it's comfortable. If you feel like you can go extra slow, then even slower, bringing that knee up. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. That slower movement when we shift the weight. See, there it goes. Excellent. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Excellent. Shimmy, little shake. All right. So this time I'm going to take my feet a little bit wider, and I am going to shift, just like how we did with our march, shifting the weight side to side. Now, if it's comfortable, you can take that foot off the floor or keep it with a toe point. If you want arms out, you can have arms out. We're just shifting side to side, lifting that foot, And then I'm going to count down from 3 and see if we can then hold it on the spot for a count of 3. All right, so in 3, 2, and 1, hold for 3, 2, 1, and keep shifting. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. In 3, 2, and 1, hold for that 3, 2, 1, and back down. We're going to try 2 more times each way. So just shifting the weight side to side. I still have a soft bend in my knees. Shoulders are still nice and back, relaxed. Tall through that spine. 3, 2, and 1, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Shifting back and forth. One last one. In 3, 2, and 1, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Little shimmy, little shake. Might feel it a little bit there in those hip flexors. And there we go. Excellent. All right, we're going to do a single leg to the front. Okay, so I'm going to turn my chair just slightly. Turn myself slightly. So feet are about hip width apart, shifting the weight to the one leg. I'm going to take the other leg out to the front. Now, if it's comfortable, you can keep it with the toe or take it slightly off the floor. Still nice and tall, shoulders back down and relaxed. Now, you can have one arm out to the side if you'd like, both arms out to the side if you'd like, or I'm going to become a genie, so my one arm is over top of the other. And we're going to try and see if we can hold for a count of 10. So holding that foot up, breathing it out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Bring that foot down. Shift the weight to that other leg. Soft bend in the knee. Nice and tall. Foot to the toe to the front if you'd like, or off the floor. One arm out to the side if you'd like. Both arms out to the side, or that genie. Breathing it out and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Bring it down. Little shimmy, little shake. So same motion with the arms, either out to the side or the genie, but this time the leg is going to change. So the leg is going to come to the back this time. So it can go to the toe, or if you feel comfortable, lifting it slightly off the floor or bend it at the knee. So feet are about hip width apart, shifting the weight to the one leg. Take it to the back, on the toe, or slightly off the floor or bent at the knee. One arm out to the side, both arms out to the side, or the genie, and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Gently release. Shift the weight to the other side. Take the other foot back off the floor to the toe or bent at the knee. One arm out, both arms out, or the genie, and breathe it out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Gently release. Little shimmy, little shake. All right. One last one before we stretch it out. We're going to do a little bicycle with one leg. So feet are still about hip width apart, shifting the weight to the one leg. Soft bend in the knee, shoulders back down and relax, nice and tall. You're going to take that one leg out front and you're going to kind of ride a bicycle with the one leg. You can stay here holding on to that piece of support furniture, or one arm out, both arms out. YMCA, hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. A little shimmy, little shake, working a little bit of those quads still. Shift the weight to the other side. Last one. Taking that leg out to the front for a little bicycle. So pushing it to the front. A little leg press. One arm out. Both arms out or YMCA. And hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. Little shimmy, little shake. I'm going to slide that out of my way just a little bit here when we start to stretch ourselves out. Grab a little sip of water before we do that. Excellent job today. Take a nice big breath in and out. Nice big breath and out. Nice big breath and out. Excellent job. I'm going to take my chin and I'm going to look over to one side, over my shoulder. Still keeping a soft bend in those knees. Shoulders back down and relaxed. Breathing it in through the nose, out through the mouth, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the head back to center. Other side. Breathing it in and out. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to center. If it's comfortable, looking up towards the ceiling. Breathing in and out. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to center. And then down towards the chest, chin to chest to the floor. Breathing in and out and hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that head back up to center. Take those shoulders for a nice roll. And you can do a little small roll if you wanted, or a big roll. Maybe one more this way. And reverse. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Give me one more. Excellent. Give those arms a nice little shake. Take that one arm across the chest. Dropping that shoulder. Give it a hold or a hug. And take those hips for a little figure 8 like we did earlier. And those wrists for a roll. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Rolling those wrists the other way. Releasing those arms down. Taking the other arm across the chest. Dropping that shoulder. Wiggling those fingers. And give those hands a nice open and close. Excellent. Gently releasing those arms. Give them a nice little shake, shake, shake. Your comfort with this next one, it is just a small little side bend. So I'm going to have my soft bend in those knees. Feet are still about a little bit wider than hip width apart. I'm going to have one hand on my side. The other one, if it's comfortable, is going to reach just a little bit to the side so that you're stretching out the side obliques here. Now, if that's not comfortable, take that arm and slide it down the side of the body. Just a little bend. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Hand on the hip. Taking the other one across if it's comfortable, just a little bend. Hold. In and out. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Give it a little shimmy, little shake. Your comfort for the lower half of the body, you can stay standing or be seated. Today I'm going to stay standing, but I am going to bring my support furniture over just a little bit. So we're going to do that hamstring stretch, taking that leg to the front, that hip hinge behind, upper thigh, or hold down by the toes. Still being nice and tall, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing those toes down. If it's comfortable, taking that leg up for a hug, rolling the ankle. Roll the ankle the other way. Take those toes for a nice little point to the floor, flex to the ceiling, point to the floor, flex to the ceiling. One more point down and up, and then point to the left, right, left, right. One more, go left and right. Excellent. Your comfort into what we call the 4 sit. So that's here by the floor, midway, or up top. Now with me standing in this, I am sitting back a little bit into that hip. Pushing those hips to the back. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently releasing that leg down. Little shimmy, little shake. Taking that other leg out to the front for that hamstring stretch. Hip hinge back. Upper thigh down by the toes. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping those toes. Taking that leg up for a hug if it's comfortable. Rolling the ankle. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Still sitting or standing nice and tall. Rolling the ankle the other way. Excellent. Take those toes for a nice point to the floor, to the ceiling, floor, ceiling, floor, ceiling. And to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Last one left, last one right. Excellent. Your comfort into that 4 sit by the floor, midway, up top. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release that leg on down. Give those legs a nice little shake, shake, shake. Now, if you are standing by chance, we're going to do one last stretch, but I am going to do it seated. It is our inner thigh stretch. So, I'm going to come close to the edge of my chair here. Then I'm going to take those legs nice and wide, still sitting nice and tall. Taking the palms of my hands, putting them to the inside of those knees, pushing those legs to the back. Now, if you don't feel the stretch there, you need it a little bit more. Take that elbow, fingertips, press and push them away while lifting those heels. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing those legs down, bringing those feet in, and then slowly coming back up. Giving those legs a nice little shake. Excellent. Take those arms around that chest. Nice big breath in. Release it out. Once more, coming around, giving yourself a nice pat on the back for a job well done this morning. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you all next week.
Thank you.
You're welcome.